prominent South African bank has made a daring move by terminating the accounts of many individuals associated with Deputy President Paul Mashatile. This choice was made after an examination into an alleged R85 million transaction that sparked questions about financial misconduct and money laundering. Before we continue, please kindly subscribe to our channel. Turn on the notification bell so as to get all our updates. Large sums of money were sent via accounts connected to Mashatile's acquaintances in the earlier this year transaction. The unnamed bank reported the transaction since it was missing the necessary documentation and didn't have a clear explanation for where the money was coming from. The transaction violated anti-money laundering regulations, as confirmed by banking insiders, and the bank acted quickly as a result. The account closures mark a critical turning point in what may become a longer inquiry into political corruption in South Africa. Mashatile hasn't been connected to the questionable transaction directly, but the closures imply that his financial activities are coming under closer examination. In the past, Mashatile has been questioned for his financial dealings and commercial interests. The bank's action, according to analysts, may be a hint of a larger campaign against corruption inside the governing African National Congress, ANC, as authorities look into financial anomalies connected to prominent officials. Although the inquiry is still underway and further information is anticipated, neither Mashatile nor his allies have made any public comments on the situation as of yet. Once again, in an astonishing turn of events, a big bank has chosen to shut the bank accounts of ANC Deputy President Paul Mashatile's friends because of a dubious R85 million transaction. The decision was taken after a comprehensive examination by the bank into the transaction, which revealed that it was suspicious and could have been connected to illegal activity. The transaction in issue, according to sources inside the bank, featured multiple big transactions between Mashatile's colleagues' accounts over the course of several months. The transactions were reported as possibly fraudulent by the bank's anti-money laundering division, which also opened an inquiry. The bank decided to freeze the monies involved in the transaction and shut the accounts of Mashatile's accomplices after examining the evidence acquired throughout the inquiry. The bank also notified the appropriate authorities about the situation so they could look into it further. The political and corporate circles have been rocked by this discovery, and many now doubt Mashatile and his allies' honesty. While some have surmised that the transaction could be connected to corrupt practices inside the ANC, others have proposed that it might be a component of a more extensive money laundering operation. Mashatile has not yet responded to inquiries about the matter, but those close to him have accused the bank of unfair practices and lack of due process, and they have denied any wrongdoing. They have made it clear that they intend to contest the bank's ruling and ask for the accounts to be opened again. But the bank has maintained the integrity of the banking system and stuck by its judgment, reiterating its commitment to fighting financial crime. A bank representative told the media in a statement that the bank takes claims of fraudulent activity seriously and would take all necessary precautions to stop it from happening. More information that might clarify the actual nature of the transactions and the parties involved is anticipated to surface as the investigation into the transaction progresses. Meanwhile, the closing of Mashatile's colleagues' accounts serves as a clear warning about the risks involved in doing dubious financial transactions and the potential outcomes of doing so. The Gauteng legislature, led by the African National Congress, ANC, is exposing itself as a fount of corruption and poor governance in yet another indictment. The most recent controversy has shown the brazen misappropriation of public funds by prominent ANC members, exposing the corruption inside the ruling party. It has been discovered that Juliusmalema, the deputy speaker of the Gauteng legislature, earned an astounding 72,415 rand in stipends for conferences in the UK, Canada, and Cameroon. However, Juliusmalema did not take part in any of these outings. Instead, she kept the money meant for them. Similarly, Lesego Makabila, the chief whip of the African National Congress, ANC, in Gauteng, was given 43,500 rand for an illusory research trip to Washington and New York. Outrage has resulted from critics labeling this use of public cash as plain theft. Both high-ranking officials keep their jobs instead of giving back the money that was stolen or being disciplined, which serves to reinforce the ANC's culture of impunity.